Another piece of cool crypto kind of legislative stuff. This is the cool thing with Trump taking over is we're seeing all of this bullish stuff in terms of crypto regulation, the US rather than, letting just flat out idiots like Elizabeth Warren pontificate on crypto, and literally trying to run innovation out of this country so they can keep their own riches by the schemes that they're using behind closed doors. To have an administration now that's open to it, wants to be a burgeoning part of the industry and not drive it to other countries is just awesome. And we saw today that longtime crypto supporter Tom Emmer from Minnesota, he was the Republican majority whip, was just named the vice chair of the subcommittee on digital assets, financial technology, and AI. There you go. He announced it on Twitter himself. I'm honored to have been selected as that title, with President Trump in the White House and Gary Gensler confined to the waste bin of Washington. He is not a fan of that guy. We have an excellent we have an excellent opportunity to ensure that the future of digital assets is guided by Americans with American values. I look forward to working with Chairman Rep. French Hill, Chairman Rep. Brian Steele, and the rest of our colleagues to foster an environment where digital asset innovation can thrive. So this is another huge piece of news. This guy's really him. I mean, I remember from Ohio, Warren Davidson, they both filed something to reform the SEC a while ago, which of course never really went anywhere, but Gensler's gone now. So that's awesome. And, we've got Hester Pierce in there. That does seem to be somebody that is more aligned with the Atkins type of thinking than the Gensler, rule with an iron fist and try to ruin everybody's lives type, method. So, yeah, what do you make of this? Yet another announcement with this Trump administration, with Tom Emmer being elected to this position. I mean, just continues to be good stuff rolling in here.
Yeah, just one after another. I mean, the hits for the SEC keep coming. Punches in the gut and body shots, it left and right. So I couldn't be more pleased with this stuff. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why I think we really want to wait for a decision after inauguration, after this stuff takes effect and these people get into their, positions that they've been nominated for and selected for. There are many of them out there. Now, the one thing that I had noticed somewhere, and it said something that they were talking about cryptos that were founded in America could get some tax breaks, was one of the ideas, right? But then we go back to that, well, where does the blockchain live? How do you, so I don't know anyway, it was just one of the random thoughts that just jumped into my head there is how are they going to do that or enforce that or say where it was created or, anyway, yeah. I'm pleased with Tom Emmer. He's been, there for a while. I wasn't so sure about him because he was one of the few that were also taking payments from the side that we had heard about. There was some shady stuff going on, but overall, he has been a force on the side of good, I think, as far as crypto is concerned anyway.
Generally with politicians, yeah, you want to heed that a little bit. We've talked before about things in Congress being like, were they perhaps performative just to, give lip service to people like us? You do wonder that sometimes. And I think it's best to look at things that way. Briz brought up something cool. I just DM'd it to you, Ewok, if you want to show the video. If anybody that is new to this and, getting into crypto this year, which you will be doing, we're going to have people, because many of us did it last cycle. Many people bought into this market in August, September, to October of 2021, and it was their first exposure to crypto. We're going to be having that this year. So for anybody that isn't aware of Tom Emmer, Briz did post a cool video. It's kind of an Emmer, one of his highlight reels. I just DM'd it to you, Ewok, if we want to play that video real quick and get a little taste of what Tom Emmer dished out to guys like Gensler in Congress. If you want to go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I want to
transactions.
Here we go. Well, I want to hang on. Shit. I'm trying to get my
screen
out. Well, no, my output correct.
Oh, okay. But Emmer's never been a stranger to this. And it wasn't him. It was the, I can't remember his name, the bow tie guy. Somebody can probably help me out in the chat. But the other bow tie congressman that was the infamous one where he lit up Gensler, where Gensler did the finger shaking because he couldn't speak. He was so nervous. Yeah, another epic time as well. So if you can't get it, it's okay.
I think I got it here.
Okay. All right.
Let me know.
Not hearing it yet. There you go.
On the decentralized financial technology, quote, not only removes the so-called middlemen from these transactions, but it also allows users to interact through a variety of methods in an easy and efficient manner, end quote. The court also said underwriters like the ones at banks where you work, sir, are, quote, precisely the types of individual roles that decentralized exchanges were designed to eliminate, end quote. Mr. Gensler, can you assure this committee that your style of regulation by harassment towards digital asset innovation is to the benefit of every American and not driven by your desires to protect industry incumbents?
This is a field that's rife with fraud and manipulation, and I'm looking out for the American investors who've been hurt by the crypto.
Yeah. I'll reclaim my time. Mr. Gensler, despite your years of rhetoric, like today, I'm convinced you are not an impartial regulator. Instead, it's clear that you are working to consolidate your own power, even though it means crushing opportunities for everyday Americans and, frankly, the financial future of this country. Even the federal courts are highlighting the damage you, sir, are doing to our constituents, and they're telling you that you don't have the legal authority to accomplish your goal of squashing competition in the financial markets. Congress has been telling you that too. Now, Mr. Gensler, I believe our great financial system is the definition of freedom in this country. And congressional policies must provide room for the traditional financial system to evolve alongside the disruptive digital asset ecosystem. That said, it cannot be understated that a common theme throughout your career, sir, is your relentless loyalty to the largest financial institutions at the clear expense of innovation, competition, and everyday Americans. I yield back.
There you go. Mic drop
Good
moment.
stuff.
Yeah, and that's not the only time. I mean, Emmer has grilled him many times. So that's an example of what you're getting with this guy being elected to that position. So very cool. It's been such a horrible last few years with Gensler and the Biden administration and everything. Just to see this overhaul, what the hell are we going to see in this market this year? It's just, we haven't had this kind of environment in such a long time, it feels like. And even, I should say ever. Because it's not as if Trump's first administration, Bitcoin, we've seen like Richard Hart in response to Trump in a tweet a few years ago. I think it was 2017 or something when it was like 11K. Trump said what the current some Democrats talking points are on Bitcoin. Trump was saying it back then about, it's used for drugs and Silk Road and all this shit. So, I mean, we've never had this kind of environment. And of course, all the ETFs and everything that are happening right now. It's going to be fascinating. I'm just excited to watch. I mean, you figure that we are still going to get diminished returns with Bitcoin just because that's how things work. But we've never seen this kind of administration with crypto. So,
right.
Man.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And I think it couldn't get any more bullish for anyone in crypto, no matter what. We're all on the same side here. A lot of people seem to forget that no matter which coin you're pushing or which founders arguing with who or whatever, they all tend to forget that we're on the same side for the most part. We all want the same thing. So
yeah, even Charles Hoskinson, I think, wants the same things as us. So just don't comment on any of his posts, or you might get blocked if you mention text or something like that.
Or if you have it in your name, even for that matter.
You're going to get blocked. That's how much he doesn't care and how irrelevant we are.